Hello guys, what's up? This is Murtaza from A Coder's Journey. I welcome you all to the very first episode of this new playlist that I have decided to create. As I told you in the introduction video, in this playlist we are going to talk about the most important software development principles. Learning these will help you not only, it will help you not only land a good job in the field, but also, become a better coder and a programmer in general, regardless of the platform or the programming language that you guys use. Now, the first episode is dedicated to the SRP principle. So, single responsibility principle, which in my opinion is very important. And if you guys think about it and if you guys try to implement it in your projects, you will reap the benefits in the long run. In this slide, I'm gonna go through this principle, and I'm gonna tell you what it is all about. I don't know whether you have already learned or heard about this principle, but I'm gonna go through it anyway. And as I told you in the introduction video, I usually talk about these principles in my other videos. Anyway, let's see what the single responsibility principle, or SRP, is all about. So, SRP, right? So according to the single responsibility principle, which is shortened to SRP, a class should have a clear and singular purpose. So this is a very, I think, simple definition, because the formal definition of the SRP is something else. But in general, if I want to give you an easy to understand definition for this SRP, I would say that your classes, your methods, your modules, right? Even your, the different user interfaces that you have, in your code, in your application, all should have one single purpose, one single well-defined purpose, right? So when a class has multiple responsibilities, what happens is that whenever you want to make a simple change in one of the responsibilities, the other parts of a class will inevitably change as well. I mean, you have to change them in order to make the application functional. So I think, and I believe that we have all been there, right? I myself have worked on many projects where SRP, has been violated. And I have seen firsthand how difficult it is to make refactorings or modifications to a class with more than one single purpose or responsibility. So a class, a method, a window in your user interface, all should have one single purpose. If not, when you want to make a change, the changes will propagate and will force you to make adjustments in different parts of a class, which of course makes the maintenance of that class a nightmare. So, for example, suppose we have a class called Order Manager, which is breaching SRP. Why? Because it is taking care of different responsibilities. For example, it is managing order amount, it is also managing credit card processing, and it also updates the order status. So it is responsible for 3 different tasks, right? So this means that whenever I want to change something in the order amount functionality, chances are I will have to make, other changes in other parts of the class. For example, the parts that are responsible for credit card processing or order status updates. So more than one responsibility, a very bad idea. You have to split your classes. Always remember, having more well-defined single responsible classes is better than having fewer classes which are handling different or more than one task, right? So you need to split this order manager class to probably 3 different classes, each with a dedicated, well-defined responsibility. So a more organized solution involves segregating tasks into separate classes like order, totals, calculator, credit card, charger, and order repository. So as I told you, having more classes which are well defined, which only have one single responsibility, is of course much better than having one single class with multiple responsibilities. Now, embracing SRP offers advantages. So you might ask yourself, okay, I know what SRP is all about, right? So if I stick to the SRP, what will be some of the benefits? So the benefits, first off, the problem that violating SRP will cause is that, as I told you, when you want to make a change to a class, you will probably need to make adjustments to different parts of a class as well. So whenever your classes are following the single responsibility principle, first off, this change propagation doesn't happen. So whenever you want to make some changes, you do not need to make, multiple changes in different parts of a class. So this is the first benefit. The next one is that your code will become cleaner and clearer. So I think it would be a good idea to go over my clean code playlist and watch the videos, because there I have talked about the different properties or characteristics of clean code. So sticking to SRP will make your codes cleaner, right? Your methods cleaner. And of course you will have fewer bugs. Last but not the least, you will have a code base with improved testability. So whenever your methods or classes have more than one responsibility, testing them or unit test them will become very difficult. But when your methods are well defined and they have only one single responsibility, chances are that you will be able to test them in isolation and more effectively. So I'm gonna, finish this video here, and I'm gonna, suggest that you stick to single responsibility principle in your classes, in your methods, as I told you, even when designing the user interface of your applications. And in the next video, I'm gonna talk about open close principle, OCP, which is again one of the most important principles in designing software applications. Stick around. By the way, if you have anything to say, right, about this video, just leave a comment in the comment section. If you want me to talk about it, I don't know, some technology, or I don't know, some topic, I would be more than happy to hear from you guys. And yeah, that's it. Stick around for the next video where I will be talking about open close principle.